to Positive TV 2009.
Happy New Year.
I heard a great slogan this week, which was 2009, let it shine. So that's my slogan. So what have we got in this week's show?
This week we have 2 greenhouses. Okay, so one of them is a brand new build just down the road here in Clapham, and the other one was an old Victorian house that the guy has changed. That's fantastic. These guys have, they basically are net exporters of electricity back to the grid now, and one of them was telling us about how he's got a gas bill of only £12 a year.
Fantastic.
Something I'd like.
That works quite nicely with a campaign, and we here at Positive TV are going to get behind this year with the Green Helpline. We're going to try and encourage homes to switch to green energy. Currently, only 350,000 homes in this country have switched to green energy, and the Green Helpline want to increase that by 1.4%. That would bring us up to 700,000 homes. I've also heard a rumour that the government aren't currently subsidising green energy for domestic use because there isn't enough demand. So why don't you join us, switch to green and say there is a demand for green energy, and maybe we can help some money from the government to green our homes. So I'm really keen about that campaign this year.
Yeah, I mean, I went onto their website and it was very, very easy to do. You just type in your postcode and it immediately told me I could save £120, 2 tonnes of carbon footprint reduced by switching across.
Wow.
So it makes a lot of sense. And it doesn't have to be a pain.
Come on then. Come on, UK, let's really go green. Let's really work on the climate. So, what else have we got in the show?
We've got a programme about the Royal Parks Run.
Oh yes, the Royal Parks Run. Back in September, we went to see thousands upon thousands of people running for their favourite charities across the Royal Parks of London. And it was so inspiring, so fantastic. In fact, we even had our own team member, Nicholas Pilborough, running for our foundation, which is fantastic. And I believe the rest of the team are going to be running it this year. Get ready, Jeremy.
Right.
So, as always, check out our reports. In the show Solutions, you'll find our smaller report, but on the side, you'll see the in-depth report of all the stories that we're covering. So, see you next time, and do send us your stories as well.
Cheers. It's my privilege to be here today at the Clapham Tree House.
My name's Will, and we're here at Tree House, which is the house that I built, a house that works like a tree.
What inspired you to make a zero-carbon house, and particularly what inspired this house?
It seemed to us that the most sustainable, well-engineered, environmentally friendly structure, urban structure, for us to draw inspiration from was the tree. I mean, the amount of energy that this house uses is about 1/6 of what a typical house of this size would use.
Wow.
So by covering our roof with photovoltaics, we've been able to generate enough power across the year to meet everything that we need. We've never paid an energy bill of any kind in this house.
That's not because you're defaulting.
That's because we haven't had one.
That's fantastic. You must feel very, very happy up in this lofty, eerie... It's just an amazing room. It's very, very light and very, very bright.
It's also a study, it's a music room, it's a dance floor, it's a yoga room, it's whatever we want it to be. We've aimed to reduce our water consumption as much as possible. So although we've got a bath, we don't use it very often.
Right.
We have a shower in here, which has a kind of aerating head, and all our taps have got aerators. So although it looks like you've got a very full flow, in fact that's because it's mixed with air, it's much less than it actually appears. So you get a nice fluffy flow. So we've basically managed to reduce our water consumption to about 2/5 of what you would normally get for a 2-person house. Low flush loos, and making sure that all the water we use outside is rainwater, so we don't use any mains water outside.
So that's very good. So to water the garden and to keep the pond
going.
going.
Garden, keep the pond going, it's all rainwater. Basically what we've got here, the red boxes on the wall are what converts the output of our photovoltaic panels into 240 volts AC, so we can basically feed that into the house and feed that into the grid. And then this great big box in the middle is our heat pump, and this is what takes the heat from under the ground and puts it into their house in the winter and keeps us warm. This room, which is our kind of main living space, faces west, so it's very good in the evening and the afternoon when we get lots of afternoon sun. And it's lovely because the room at the top is effectively embraces the crown of the tree, and here down here we have this room which is open to this small but quite elegant little garden. And the wood is all sustainably sourced. This again is Kirkstone slate, so it's a good English material. But this is an induction hob, and an induction hob is incredibly efficient because it doesn't heat the hob itself. The heat is generated entirely in the pan. The tap's got aerators, the lights are all energy throughout the house.
Well, that's been very, very interesting. Thank you for showing us around your unique and amazing house.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh, thank you. Cheers. This here is 3 Acorns Eco House. Let's go meet the owner, Donica McCarthy. Who will hopefully let us in out of the rain.
Hi,
Donica. Hi there. Welcome. Can we come in?
The thing about this house, it's an old 1840s cottage, but it's now carbon negative, which means that it's taken me years to do that, which means that I sell more green electricity to the national grid than I buy fossil fuel. I use a little bit of gas for cooking, but other than that, I'm carbon neutral. Not only carbon neutral, carbon negative.
Carbon negative. That's a pretty proud claim as well.
Yeah, it is London's first. Actually, in this house, the most important thing I've done is this. Because 70% of the carbon footprint of a building is the space heating.
Right. A wood burner. Okay, but I mean, wood, you know, we've got lots of trees. We're going to have to cut down all our trees to do this?
All the wood for this house is supplied with waste wood.
Right, okay.
Within 200 metres of this house.
Within-
Central London. The streets of London are not paved with gold. They're paved with free wood.
Fantastic.
So I'm replacing fossil fuel. I'm eliminating transport costs, and I'm eliminating methane from landfill by doing this. And what I've done is I've got a thing called an eco-fan.
All right.
Basically, the heat of the fire powers the fan and blows the warm air around the building.
So you use a minimal amount of gas to cook.
Yeah, and my gas bill last year was £12.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Your gas bill for last year was £12.
Yeah.
Do they still collect you?
Because even recycling has an impact.
Yeah.
But it's just things like this. So instead of when this wears out, I don't throw away the whole handle. I just throw away the head.
Yeah.
And the same with my toothbrush. 56 million people brushing their teeth. Every couple of months they throw away their toothbrush. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in this household we don't throw away our toothbrushes. We throw away the toothbrush head.
Right.
So there hasn't been a collection from this building of non-recycled waste, domestic waste, for over 10 years.
Which is astonishing.
I hate buying new things. I take it as a personal defeat. And I like being successful. My neighbour was throwing out a dining room table with a glass top. Reinforced safety glass. That became the wall of my shower.
Yeah.
The panelling around the bath, I don't know if you like it, no, I do. It just looks a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
And there was somebody redoing a pub and they threw away the panelling in the local park.
Very good.
So I grabbed that.
Okay.
The hot water for the house is provided by solar hot water panels on the roof.
All right, okay.
A lot of people don't realise there's two types of solar panels.
Yes.
One produces hot water, one produces electricity.
Right.
I've been very happy with the solar photovoltaics. That's the system on the top roof.
Okay.
So now the second system is this solar thermal or solar hot water system.
Okay.
Showering in water that's so hot and steamy, and you know it's free and coming from the sun. It really warms your heart. It is amazing.
And your body.
Yeah. The fact is that we're in a climate crisis. We've run out of time.
Mm.
We're now on the edge, and this house shows it's possible not to have a lifestyle that is not creating that.
Just goes to show that anybody can make that change if they want to make it. You can make that change yourself if you feel like it, and hopefully this film will inspire you. Thanks very much.